Hello, everyone. Ted, the old Star Wars nerd here, and today I'm going to read a comic book. All right, this one is the start of the next series of books in the Dawn of the Jedi comics. Star Wars: Dawn of the Jedi, Prisoner of Bogan. The hunt for the Jedi begins. This is going to be awesome. I can already tell. All right, so Star Wars: Dawn of the Jedi. Let's start off by giving credits where credit is due. Story is by John Ostrander and Jan Duursema. Script by John Ostrander. Pencils, Jan Duursema. Inks, Dan Parsons. Colors, Wes Dzioba. Lettering, Michael Heisler. Cover art by David Michael Beck. Or is that two people? David Michael. Yeah, probably two people. David Michael and Beck. Anyway. This one is also set 36,000 years before the events of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. So that places it way early in the timeline. Alright, Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi, Prisoner of Bogan, Part 1 of 5. For 10,000 years, the Jedi maintained the balance of the Force on their home world of Tython. But when a powerful Force user named Zesh crashed on the planet, the entire world was threatened. 3 young Jedi journeyers who had sensed Zesh's arrival and who helped subdue him believed he should remain on Tython for training, but the Jedi Masters exiled the young man to the dark moon of Bogan for his own safety as well as the planet's. But an inhabitant of Bogan, banished for a mad vision, is anxious to meet Zesh, and, unbeknownst to all, Zesh's former masters and the Rakatan Infinite Empire want him back. Okay. Well, this was published by Dark Horse Comics, and it was published in November of 2012. So the last one ended in June. About 4 months before, in between the series. So not bad. Still about 2 years before Lucas sold it. Okay, so let's begin. The planet of Biss. The planet Biss. Deep core base of the Rakatan Infinite Empire. On that world, at the edge of the Blood Knock Sea, stands the command center of Praetor Skulnas, a testament to his martial power. Where is he? Crash! Ugh! So clever is Tokar. Disable the Devourer's reporting device. Will he? He presumes that will keep me from the Force-rich world I seek. That world is my prize. He will not share with me his Praetor, to whom he knows who. That world is my prize. He will not. That world is my prize. He will not share with me his Praetor, to whom he owes obedience. He connives to be my equal, conspires to replace me. Tokar is even more devious than I gave him credit for. A pity, Trill, that my own Forcehound lacked the skill to locate the world that Tokar's hound Zesh found. I should prepare you for my table. Tokar has betrayed me. I want his head on a spit. That world should have been my magnificent prize. It will be, my Praetor. Allow me to take a scout ship, my Praetor. I will track the Devourer from the spot where it vanished by tracking Zesh. The world you seek will be where he is. The brood link between you and Zesh is still strong, is it? Good. You understand my mind, Hound Trill. Find this world for the glory of your Praetor, for the glory of the Infinite Empire, and if he still lives, find Zesh. So off she goes. Okay. Jedi legend tells how Tython birthed twin moons from her fiery core, Dark, Bogan, and Light, Ashla, to remind all those who seek balance of the eternal struggle between dark and light. Millennia ago, the moons were colonies for non-Force adepts who were compelled to leave Tython. From the moons, the children of Tython traveled outward to form the settled worlds, The ruins of the stone cities they left behind are used by Jedi in exile. Zesh sits and ponders the night sky as the shadow of Bogan again devours bright ashla in the sky. The dark always devours the light. The Jedi say the light returns to balance the dark. The light side they speak of is alien to him. As a slave to the Rakata, Zesh has only known that the Jedi call the dark side. Memories of his past flicker before him, elusive, coming in shadowed glimpses. His earliest memories, him and his broodmates, huddled together for warmth. Names and faces elude him, but she was always there, fierce protector, comforter of pain. Ripped from the brood, he was taken to his master's machines, encased in a tomb-like shell where he screamed in fear. Around him, he sensed his broodmates shrieking in the darkness. He learned anger and hate. Later, he understood that his bleak anger, this dark hatred, was the force and the power that fed his master's ships. One master, Tokar, sensed talent within Zesh, freed him from the machines to train as a force hound. From that moment, Zesh was alone. Zesh became the best at what he was trained to be. Loneliness became a way of life. He remembers power. That was the past, when he was a slave of the Rakata. 2 months ago, everything changed. Even through the changing currents of the deep core, Zesh sensed Tython. He led the Rakata here to cull the world, but something went wrong. The Rakatan ship, the Devourer, exploded above Tython. As the ship fell, Zesh killed his master and stole his escape pod. On Tython, he encountered his first Jedi, 3 journeyers. He fought first to kill them, then fought to save their lives. She was the reason. In the dark abyss of Ra, she glowed with light. It was an experience outside of his understanding. Something within him yearned for it. He could not let her die. Why? She was the enemy. Death was common. He did not understand the feelings that compelled him to save her life. Feelings that made him weak. He was struck down by the Force by other Jedi. They made him a prisoner and exiled him to this dark moon, Bogan. Log note: Exile Zesh present in his compound, marking the end of his 2nd month since arrival. Please note, the supply ship will arrive in 1 week. Good night, Exile Zesh. Sorry, that's just funny. He was told by the Jedi that he was out of balance in the Force. His task on Bogan was to find the balance between light and dark through meditation and reflection. But Zesh understands the truth behind the worlds. He is here because the Jedi fear his dark power. He knows what Bogan truly is, a prison. The supply ship comes in once a week. Good to know. Make his rations last. He hasn't been hungry. He's better fed by the Jedi jailers than he was by his Rakatan masters. Tokar is dead, masterless on Biss. Zesh would have fought another slave in the arena for a new master, but he is not on Biss. If he is no longer a slave, then what is he? The attack. Savage. Unexpected. Why did he not sense it coming? Has his exile dulled his senses? Zesh finds reality twisted on itself. There is no air. Wham! Huh. Attack, boy! Show me your worth. What did you do to me? I call it a mind twist. I'm inside your head. Hurts, doesn't it? Crash! Harg! You want to kill me? Then do it. But first, answer one question. I want to know why you appeared here on Bogan to me. You saw me like the Journeyers. I'm Dagon Locke. You have a name? I don't want to keep calling you boy. Zesh. Of course, should have guessed. It's written all over your face. Put that on so you'd remember your name, did you? This mark designates me as a force hound of the Rakata. They mark our limbs, too. Easier to find the pieces if the battle does not go well. How did you enter my compound? I was told these cliffs kept prisoners apart, yet you don't wear them. These cuffs keep prisoners apart, yet you don't wear them. Neither do you. There, you're free. Figured out a way to remove them with the force without disabling the sensors. The sentry droids think where the cuffs are. Droids actually aren't actually that smart. A good trick, but we are still prisoners. There is no way off this moon. Now, the sentry droid will think you sleep. Tonight is the dark of the moon, and we will cast no shadows. Walk with me, brother. Tython. Stav Kesh in the Ice Giant Range. A place for Jedi to train in the martial arts, and a place to bring body and mind back into balance. Hey-ya! Master Tave instructs 3 journeyers, Shea Koda, Seknos Wrath, and Tasha Ro, reminding them, restoring them. Fight to preserve your life. Fight to preserve the life of your enemy. These are the tenets of the Jedi. Use the Force. Sense your opponent. Anticipate his next move. Then strike. Strike! Strike! Ha! Oof. Ooh, swing, kicky. Humph. The 3 of you can do better. Your attack was predictable. Your minds were elsewhere. Your feelings dominated by doubt and anger. Ah, you still dwell on the one sent to Bogan. We all saw Zesh in a vision before the crash, Master Tave. It was a true Force vision. I think it meant he should stay here on Tython. So why aren't the Masters taking us seriously? After Zesh was subdued, the Council allowed me to help him remember his past, but there were strong barriers, shadowed images, intense darkness. Zesh was out of balance, but not by choice. Had he stayed on Tython, he could have been helped by us. But our words, our visions were swept away, just as the Masters ignored Dagan Locke's vision. Why? You are young and don't remember. The Temple Masters are rightfully leery. Dagan Locke's vision drove him mad, and he ended up on Bogan. Perhaps Dagan Locke's vision was real, too. Ours was. If that were true, it would indeed be serious. As for you 3, can you recall a time in your training when the Masters did not take your words and actions seriously? Journeyers now, you will someday become Masters yourselves. Think as Masters. An alien craft from an unknown race crashes on Tython. 3 journeyers have a vision of the only being to survive that crash. As Masters, would you not take this seriously? Consider it deeply? Do not worry, you are not being ignored. Now, lessons are done. Tasha is required at Caliph, and Shai and Seknos are needed at the Forge. That's the trick I want to learn. The waterfalls of Akar Kesh feed the rivers that flow beneath the towering monolith. Islands dot the landscape, tranquil in their isolation, a place for meditation. It's why Rakjarvi came here, a Jedi general in the Despot War. Rakjarvi's strong command won many battles, and his calm wisdom saved many lives. After the war, Rajnari laid down his sword and became one of the Jedi who meditated on the Force. His mind should be as still as a lake at dawn. That's why Ketu has come seeking Rajvari. Instead, he senses unease in his former master. Ketu, you have not infringed on my solitude since the matter of Dagan Locke. What brings you to disturb my meditation this time? Again, to ask your wisdom, Master Rajvari. I know that you sensed the dark energy that preceded the Force storm. All Jedi did. Yes, Tython's skies may be clear once more, but the darkness lingers. The balance is tenuous. Speak your mind. I will listen. As the two Jedi walk, Ketu tells Regivari of the crashed alien ship and its sole survivor, Zesh, who wielded a blade of frozen energy. So despite the Journeyer's visions, the Council sent Zesh to Bogan. Tell me, Ketu, did you ignore their vision because they are inexperienced Journeyers, or because you did not share it? Should I sound war drums based solely on a vision, General? Dagan Locke's vision was far more dire, and the Council ignored it. Nothing happened. You think the Force whispers in your ear and visions become tangible? That's not how it works. All we're allowed are glimpses, if we are lucky. It is up to us to discern the truth. I know the truth. The vision Locke had in the chasm drove him mad. Then explain the blade of fire, shared in both visions. Did you learn nothing from me? It's been 12 years since Master Telot was killed in the Despot War, and you took his place. Yet you're still so youthful in your wisdom. How long will you be Master Telot's little shadow? For all your meditations on the balance and peace, you would still incite war. This is not the Jedi way. Listening to the Force is the Jedi way. Admit it. If these visions are true, the entire Jedi Order would change. All we know would come to an end. You came for my wisdom, Master Ketu? Tell the Masters to consider Dagan Locke's vision a forewarning we should have heeded 7 years ago. That what the Journeyers experienced could be the dawn of what Locke's vision foretold. Learn what Zesh knows. Where there is one warrior, an army may follow. Back to Bogan with Dagan Locke and Zesh. Okay. Found some ship crash. Let's see. This is what I wanted to show you, Zesh. There was this big war on Tython about 12 years ago. I ended it, and some enemy fighters crashed here on Bogan during the final battle. They cleared off most of the debris, but my brother Jedi missed one. A Shikakwa fighter. They were the enemy. Beauty, isn't she? And mostly intact. What's that, little brother? Oh, right. It's Locke's ship now. I don't intend to end up like poor Murglock. I need to get off Bogan. I have a destiny. The Force showed it to me in a vision. The Jedi Science Temple on Anal Kesh on Tython straddles a deep planetary rent known as the Chasm. Exploration of the chasm is forbidden because no Jedi has ever gone very far into it without losing their mind. The Masters insisted there was something within the chasm that caused this madness. Me? I considered that a challenge. Following the war, the Despot War, the war I ended, I'd risen up from the rank of Ranger to Master. I convinced my best friend, a Ranger named Hakrao, to dare the forbidden with me. Dagan, you get a feeling? You feel a buzzing in your head? I think we've gone far enough on this run. Let's head back and look over the data. Only the bottom is far enough. We said we were going to take this in stages. Be smart about it. Let's be brave about it. Wait, I'm seeing something. Figures forming in the mist. A creature with a single red eye, leading an army. A sword of flame, destruction, fire, death. I stared into the void, into the mouth of chaos. I think I started screaming. Dagan, no! Hawk, look, do you see it? We're getting out of here. Let me go, let me go! I told the council about my vision. The council told me I was mad. I was exiled to Bogan until I renounced my vision, until I would tell them the lie they wanted to hear. Narrow-minded fools. I know what I saw. I know what I was called to do. I will not change. They will. I think you were part of my vision. This looks like a Force saber. You know this weapon? Yes, it's a Force saber. Weapon of the Force Hounds of the Rakata. My weapon, now in the hands of the Jedi. Without it, I am incomplete. Better they had cut off my arm. Your weapon was part of my vision, a sword of fire. I need this weapon. Then they must believe me. Can you make another? Every Force Hound must build his own weapon. I need the right kind of crystal, then modify it through alchemy, make a hilt. In theory, yes, I could make another. Not here. The planet Krev core is rich in raw crystalline material, and there are the forge factories on Nox, but we can't reach them. Why not? You have a ship. The ion drive and the fusion reactor are intact, but Minox sucked the power cells dry a long time ago. No way to start it. I've tried. The Force is power. By the Abyss. You know the way. You must pilot the craft. I will not be able to. The Force Hound sinks himself deep into the wells of rage, hate, and fear that burn within him and makes them boil. Minox, drawn by the surge of power, flock hungrily to the ship. Beneath their leathery wings and flailing bodies, the ship's hull begins to glow. The reactor's online! Zesh, that's enough! Stop! You overload the power cells and it'll blow. You'll kill us both. You have to stop. I order you to stop now. It is dangerous to stop me when I command the Force. Don't ever presume to understand my power. Go fly the ship. And they say I'm crazy. You are dangerous, boy. The level of power that you can call on is formidable. I should just space you. You could be a major obstacle in my plans, but that same power could make you a significant ally. If you can be controlled, you were part of my vision, the harbinger of what is to come. I'm sure of it. You may live, Force Hound, for now. Make me a Force Saber, and then we will see. Next issue, the hunt begins. So, very cool. Very cool. I like that. This looks like it's going to be a little fun arc. I read a bit about it. It's supposed to be an arc following Dagenlock and Zesh as they go about making Force Sabers for everybody. Or maybe not everybody, but making more Force Sabers. So that will definitely be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. So there's book 1, or comic book issue number 1 of Dawn of the Jedi, Prisoner of Bogan. This is a 5-part series, so coming soon, part 2. Stay tuned and come back as soon as you can. I just put out the Deceived video, so go check that out. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ted, the old Star Wars nerd. Please subscribe, click the bell, and leave a comment. Yeah. Thank you very much. Take care.